Hello everyone, this is Karthik. So let's start about the API things. You all know about the API, that is the application program interface. But how it is used and how it works, let's see it. So as I taught in the previous videos the about the API. So API is just nothing but the application programming interface, which is the mediator between the client and server. Okay. So I want to give you a certain example so that you can really understand the practical use of the API in organization or any you want to implement in the project. Okay. So let's go through with the example of the hotel. Okay. So you visited the hotel. That means you are the client. Okay. So you are visiting the hotel. Okay. So this is the hotel, and you sit somewhere and you wait for the waiter to come. Okay. So the waiter will come to your site and request from you. Okay, so he is requesting you to order some food. What kind of food you want? Okay, so just like you give request to the waiter. Okay, so just like it will be this side. So you give request and waiter will go to the kitchen. Okay, so the kitchen is basically acting as a server. Okay, so from the kitchen he gets a food, that means response. Okay, so the server responds the waiter. Okay, so just like the waiter come back to you and give the response, I mean the food whatever you want. Okay, so this is actually the working. So who is the API now? The waiter, exactly. Okay, so he is the API, you are the client, kitchen is the server. Okay, so it may integrate it with the database, just like food materials. Okay, so database is connected with the server if you have any data stored in the in any management. So this is actually the API working by the hotel example. Okay, so let's go through within the types of the APIs. So let's go. There are the main four types of API we are using. So first of all, first is the public API. So the public API, the main, it refers to the public, okay, that is accessible to all. So just like a pin code, by giving certain sort of examples, you will be clear. So just like a pin code API, you type the pin code and it gives you the address and other information related to the address. So this is the pin code API that is available to all. Okay, second is the partner API. The partner API, basically these are made by the certain organization. So you want to use it in your business purpose. So just like a business to business partnership, by making through it you can access their API, just like uh, Razorpay. You can think over it. So you want to use a Razorpay, then you have to access their API. So you have to make a partner from that. Okay, so this is the partner APIs. Third is the internal APIs. So as the name suggests, that it is internal. Okay, so it is basically a private API. Okay, so just like the internal developers or the internal departments within the organization can use. Okay, so these are the internal APIs. So we don't know what they are using, so I can give example to it. Okay, you can consider an Excel sort of sheet they have to fill out. So they may be using a certain applications to interact with the APIs. They are the internal APIs. Okay, next, the composite. This is a new one. So the composite, the name suggests the composite. Okay, that is the collection of the APIs. That is, one API is calling to the another. Okay, so two or more APIs are included in this composite API. Okay, so plus two APIs. So there's also example, but we don't know how the I mean the client don't know that how much API it is calling. So you have to create, unless and until you create the API, you don't you are not knowing this composite API. Okay, so these are the four main types of the APIs that I have to that I given. So coming to the architectural side, yeah, obviously, there are different structure of the hotels. Okay, so one may be small, one may be big. So there are the certain structures of the APIs that we have to follow them. So, so first is the REST API. So REST is the representational state transfer. So basically, is a stateless program which is in which API will call. Okay, API will get your request and get back the response after some of the functions that is written in the backend. Okay, so it is a very popular, and we are using very much by using this REST APIs. So go through it, it will help you nowadays. So second one is a SOAP. It is a simple object accessible protocol. So SOAP is nothing but it also gets your response with the help of XML. Okay, so it uses REST uses the JSON format, whatever the request and response you made. SOAP uses mainly XML by design. Okay, so you have to know the XML to build architecture of the API by considering the SOAP architecture. Okay, then third is the RPC. So RPC is nothing but a remote procedure call. Okay, it also makes some client. You have to make some internal function and call to the API. API will respond according to the server response. Okay, so this is the RPC, and it mainly includes the procedure that is a function calls. Okay, so RPC, the function calls. Then the last, I mean not the list, but the WebSocket API that which is mainly trending nowadays. So WebSockets are nothing but the uh, technique behind the socket programming. Okay, so WebSockets are basically fast than REST API because it uses the socket and other protocols. Okay, so just like your WhatsApp. Okay, so the chat is very real time, and we have no facing issues while sending the messages to the other side. So these are the socket related things in the WebSocket. Okay, so the complex functions or the hardware calculation that you have made, it is well written in the WebSocket APIs. Okay, so these are the four types of architecture while you develop the APIs. So next, go through the, we all know about the APIs now, but why we need it? Okay, so you might be confused. I mean, how it, what the purpose of the API? So I just give the few of the applications. That is, first is the integration. So as I given example before, you went to the hotel and you didn't directly call to the kitchen to make some food, to take some food. Okay, so integration means the waiter comes, I mean the systematic order will be there. Okay, so integration, I mean the addition. Okay, so addition of the API, it maintains well. Okay, so I mean it is easily integrated while your procedure calls. Okay, so integration is necessary. Second is the innovation. So innovation is nothing but such like you want to accessible more. Okay, and the innovation means you have to calculate the behind whatever the client code. Okay, so clients request your server, and through that server, whatever you written in the backend. Okay, you have to make some innovation through that. So this innovation gets back to the response and act client accordingly. So innovation is also necessary in the API side. Third is the expansion. Oh, so the expansion, it names it expands. Okay, so you created the API. You whatever you are using the made to the application, just like a mobile app, web app, or any desktop app. So you can use this API and call your uh, needed information. Okay, so you can get your information and display through it to the APIs. Fourth is the ease of implementation. Sorry, ease of maintenance. So ease of maintenance means it is maintained well. Okay, so just like the API, imagine the API is made and you have to make some changes in the client side. Okay, so that calculation may be append to the backend side, so that you didn't wrote in the client side code. Okay, you didn't modify, without modifying the client side code, you can also maintain the APIs in the backend. Okay, so that the calculation are fixed, or whatever wrong procedure you have gone through are maintained easily. So there is a no need of between the connection between the client and server. It automatically connects it. So these are the four applications and the four major purpose of the using of API. Okay, I hope this video helps and give you a necessary information about the API. Thank you.